What is up, guys? I'm Rusty Man, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are ready to continue. We are here outside of the bridge to Eldelwan Bridge, whatever. Anyways, let's get going. I doubt we're running into much trouble here, or maybe we will. Who knows? Got some backers over here. That's what all those yellow people are. They're all backers with unique creative backstories and stuff. Very nice. Very nice. Very beautiful. What's that say? Welcome to Defiance Bay, but watch yourself in our city. Understand? No, I do not understand. Take you 15 minutes to complete your journey. Awesome. Let's get going. I'm down with the 15 minutes. Let's do it. All the way, baby. Yeah. 15 minutes. Plus the 5-minute load timer. Ba-boom. I don't know why this game takes forever to load. It's kind of ridiculous.
Defiance Bay. The city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by White One's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to enviornmancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Wait, what? They incinerated a god? Jesus. Here again. Is that what the sound? Hey, what's up, cat? How you doing? Oh, whoa. Why can't I loot this? Defiance Bay, if ever there were a dry field in need of a cleansing flame, you have found it. Indeed, I have. These enviornments have brought divine wrath upon us all. Can I talk to him? Rowan's arms are crossed and his mouth is set in a grim frown as he watches the gathered protesters. He looks ready for a fight. He sizes you up, new in town, You picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding their legacies no better here. It's the enviornments. Magrans scorch them. They nest in the city like rats. You mark my words, though. Us dozens are gonna put a stop to it. What are you doing out here? He gestures to the crowd with buzzes and angry chatters. Trying to get folks to see reason. We're in the midst of a crisis, and instead of purging the nefarious forces from our city, the Duke is granting enviornments dangerous liberties. What do you know about enviornmancy? The study and manipulation of essence, which any sane person will tell you the purview of the gods. The Adrians at least had sense to outlaw it, which is the only good thing you can say about them. It's not like magic chanting or the soul reading those ciphers do. It's been around since ancient Ingwithan times, which is why you'll see enviornments tinkering with old Ingwithan artifacts. He shakes his head. Trouble is, the enviornments got no idea what half the artifacts actually do. Not that they'll admit it. Our empathetic friend is correct about one thing at least. Tell me about the dozens. He taps his chest. We're an organization of interested citizens who want to free Defiance Bay from the dangerous influences of enviornments and the tyranny of the aristocrats who support them. We also consider ourselves a militia of sorts. Seeing as the Crucible Knights are little more than a flock of preening nobles in training these days. Yeah, his eyes gleam, and we're always looking to expand. The more people see things our way, the better for the state of the country. You have any interest in hearing more? Stop by Edmund's Den sometime, the Expedition Hall. A lot of free thinkers in there. Can set straight all the nonsense the nobles and the enviornments want you to believe. Might even be paid work there for motivated types. I'd like to know more about Defiance Bay. This is the capital of the Free Palatine of the Direwood. We started out as the capital of an Adrian colony, but we booted the Flaccid Scepter from these lands 150 years ago. Almost get the sense it's kind of like semi-revolutionist, like, like colony, United States and Britain. Kind of get that like little hint of that in there. These days we're a major port receiving trade and visitors from all over the world. But we, some of us anyway, strive to hold on to the pioneering spirit that earned us our freedom a century and a half ago. The city is divided into 5 districts: Copper Lane, First Files, Andra's Gift, and Brackenbury and Heritage Hall. He ticks each off from a calloused finger. Tell me about Copper Lane. This here is Copper Lane. He taps his scuffed boot on the cobblestone. It's primarily a market district, but you've also got the Expedition Hall directly north of here, where you can join treks into the wilds. They're also where my fellow dozens, martyrs, and I tend to meet up with the other concerned citizens. He points to a long dome building west-north of your position, and that's the Hall of the Revealed Mysteries. Eerie place, you ask me. But they've got the biggest library in the Direwood. The First Fires. That's where the revolution started, hence the name. These days it's overrun with politicians and panderers, but we'll take it back someday. That's where you'll find the Ducal Palace, the Velian Embassy, the Crucible Keep. He shakes his head. The Crucible Knights were the original freedom fighters in Defiance Bay, but now they're just the strutting peacocks with their eyes on a fancy tiles and their heads up their asses. There's an old temple of Wodkai there too. We keep it real nice for her, he winks. Okay, Brackenbury. A noise of disgust rattles in his throat. Nobility that didn't sail back to Ada stayed there. Most of the families there trace their lineage back to the old imperial times. Other than the lot of has-been nobility, you've got Hardred House, where Lady Webb and her spies operate, and Brackenbury Sanitarium, the main cesspit of animacy in the city. He spits on the cobblestones. Andra's Gift got the name because it was the wetlands that drained back in the imperial days. Now it's a seedy district populated by sailors, common folks, and more than a few thugs. But it's a fun place too, if you know where to look. He winks and elbows you. Look for a place called the Salty Mast. When you're there. Other than that, it's mostly warehouses and abandoned homes. Tell me about Holdridge Hill. He shivers. It used to be one of the more prestigious districts in the city. Heroes of the Revolution claimed plots up there next to an ancient Ingwithan tower and the city's cemetery. Had the best views in Defiance Bay. Attracts richer types these days. A lot of animancy patrons, he spits. He glances at the crowd and lowers his voice. You wouldn't have heard, but something happened over there a couple months ago. Authorities sealed it off and they're keeping their mouths shut. But mark my words, animancy's to blame. Alright, that's good to know, bro. You seem a little paranoid. You seem like a paranoid son of a bitch. Let's speed this up. What we got down here? Nothing. There's literally nothing here. Alright. How you doing? Is there an inn over here, perchance? Ah, is this the inn? Is this the rust bucket? The rusty bucket, as I would call it. Or did I just walk into some stranger's house? 6 people just walk into a stranger's home. They don't really care. They're kind of like non-threatening, but it is the inn.
Hello.
The man behind the bar is nearly the size of an Araman. A handle protrudes from his back. What? A handle protrudes from his back? What? And his face is set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink. There's a tiny pewter cup in front of him. He turns it on a broad hand, but doesn't drink from it. Gotta get a room? I'll show you what I've got. Alright, what do you actually have? Common room. Well, I'm low on stuff, but I'm gonna take the dexterity one. Ooh, yeah, that's cool. Alright. Let's see, what else we got here? Welcome to the Goose and Fox. Do we have anybody back here? That miserable bastard. What do you have to say? Karina, a woman sits by herself spinning something on a table in front of her and watching it with furious intensity. It's about the size of a coin and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. She snatches up with one hand, slams a half-empty cup down on the table with the other. This is not a good time. Looks like you could use another drink. Oh, get there. She takes a long drink from her glass, just trying to calm down and trying to talk myself out of something foolish. Something foolish. She says nothing for a few moments as if hoping you'll leave. Alas, Karinera looks up at you and a lamplight falls across her face. A purpling bruise is blossoming along her cheekbone. There's something I need to give my fiancé, Persnick. Only he doesn't seem to go anywhere without his new friends, and they're not exactly pleasant company. Who hit you? She shakes her head. I know how this looks, but you don't understand. It's not like Persnick. These new friends of his, they brought out the worst in him. Tell me about these new friends. They come into our home with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool. I know what it means. Persnick makes me leave when they show up, but it's obvious what they've come to do. Last time they came, I told them to get out. Let them have their fun somewhere in the gift. But not under my roof. She scowls and then winces, her fingers gently probing her bruise. Theft changes you, I guess. Persnick I knew wouldn't have squashed a spider. I never thought he'd... She trails off, still feeling the swollen, discolored flesh. Intellect. I thought Smith made people lay around not doing so much. Karina shrugs. I don't really know. Seemed better than believing he's always been this way. Maybe I could go talk to him. Her hand rests on the table and she clenches it into a white-knuckled fist. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give this back to him and have a clean break. She opens her hand and ring clatters under the table. It was his grandmother's. Even after this, I don't have the heart to sell it off. But if I go back there myself, I know what'll happen. I'll lose my temper, and I'll probably wind up with another one of these. She points to her bruise. I'll take this ring to Persnick. She looks at you and nods. The house is just north of here. Just, please don't hurt him. As fierce as I am, I don't want that on my conscience. Well, I can't promise anything. He may attack me because he may be a crazy son of a bitch that wants to die. You know, I'm just saying, this stuff happens. They go crazy, you know. By the way, that's a serious fucking topic. Any man beats his wife, you're a dick, you're a son of a bitch, you don't deserve to live. Just saying it. Saying it like it is. What? Key and two-toned. Well, let's go talk to these guys. These guys sound interesting. The only woman nods at you and a cup of wine in her hand and scepters across her lap.
Welcome.
Okay. Oh, welcome indeed, sir. Two-tone Wexel. An Orlane man relaxes with his feet propped on the table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from under a full blue-green hair. He and the Orlane woman with him exchange laughing comments with the trio at a nearby table. He spins a dagger in his hand. His hazel eye watches you. You look like you've seen a night or two in the wilds. Joining us for a drink? Who are you all? The name's Two-Tone Wexel. The lady next to me is Key. We've had our fun with the expeditions, but we were hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet for the next weeks anyways. The man at the table next to you nods at you. I'm Dreadshot Dayton, and this is Herdy and Aoife. We were part of a separate expedition teams, but we both suffered losses and decided to band together. He ticks several items off his fingers. What? What do you mean he ticked several items? What was on his fingers? Oh, I see. Okay. I see what he was doing. I didn't finish reading. Peace, barbarians, Beowicks. It's a dangerous time to be an adventurer, but a prosperous one, too. At the next table, Daedrin raises his glass. And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Is there something else you want? No, I guess not. Since you're being a dick and all.
I'll take a look.
Hello. What's in here? Well, that's cool. 3 lockpicks for a lockpick. I'll take it. Sneak in there. Quietly, like. Okay. Shh. Just be still. Everybody be still. We're just sneaking around. What is this? More of the, supporters, the backers. What do we got over here? Okay, what is this? Pages of these old books are crisp and fragrant with the salt of sea breeze. Okay. Well, there was nothing down here. There wasn't much up here. Some interesting little conversation between these guys. Maybe they're mercenaries and they're going to ambush me as I leave. It seems very likely. Stuff like that seems to happen a lot to me. I'm apparently a very, very wanted person in this world. I just seem to attract all the danger in the world. I'm just saying. Seems to happen. Oh, some good water. Okay. What do we got here? What else we got over here? So is there something up here? Let's go to the markets. Gotta be something up here. Maybe we go down for a quick look. Come right back out. Say we found nothing. What's this weed? Ultron's your friend, not mine. Heritage Hill claims another curious soul. What? Please move along. I have a long list to get through, okay? Peregrine. The old lady woman bounces up and down at your approach. Remember me? We met by Madmar Bridge. She slaps you playfully on the shoulder. Thanks for helping me out back there. As promised, I'll give you the best prices in town. If it weren't for you, I'd still be broke. Show me your wares. Awesome. You have a bunch of traps, actually. Oh, and you have some grappling hooks, which I don't need. Unless I lost my grappling hook and don't know about it. But what I can do is give you a bunch of awesomely cool... No, I don't want to get through those. I want to keep those. You can have all this cool items right here. Look at all these cool items I found. Don't worry about where they've been. No, they weren't taken from Palace Godsmen. Are you crazy? I would never do such things. Never in a million years would I kill Godsmen to Lord Roderick and take their loot and then sell it to you. Why would I do such things? That's ludicrous. It's just crazy talk, and that's a grimoire. Let's not do that. Right. Yes, awesome. No, don't sell that. Stop trying to sell the grimoires, you bastard. All right. Oh, I did it again. I'm hoping she has all this. I'm gonna keep that plate, actually. Wait, what is that? Yeah, I'm gonna keep that plate just in case. Actually, I should just make everybody wear a plate. How hilarious would that be? They could all be battle mages for all I care. Well, no! Ah! Stop trying to sell the good stuff. Oh, these are capes. You know what? We might actually keep these. Make my people look cool. I keep double clicking. That's what's happening is I'm double clicking on these things. You actually just need to click once. There we go. That is what I wanted to do. All right. Okay. Go out of the stash. Get rid of that. Let's see, it's part 1 of the origin. Scriptures. That's the grimoires and the tomes. Get rid of all these. Alright. I think we'll keep everything else. Gold rot shoe. I guess I don't need that. Why do I need rice? Why do I need meat? Why do I need fruit? So that's fifth. Alright, let's just trade them. Wow, I just made tons of money, man. Selling all my riches. Alright, cool. There you go. What do you got over here? Laura. The young woman stands by the car watching the crowd with large bright eyes that focus on you as you approach. Take your time, traveler. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Let me see your wares, my lady. That is an expensive ring. 14,000 CP. Copper. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit of copper. You make a hard bargain. Bargain? The merchant smiles brightly. Well met, traveler. Are you interested in purchasing any of the rations for your journey? I actually am. I would like camping supplies. Much as you can spare. Thank you very much. Alright. Ah, yeah, you can have this too. I do not need that. Alright, is that everything? Other than all these stupid books. Let's get rid of some of these books. Let's see. Orders, letters. Is that a pry bar? We're going to keep the pry bar. It might come in handy. Tattered journal. Tattered note. Yekun the Walan. He's only found in the gift of the dark. Okay. I'm sure some of that would, yes. Couldn't buy any more. Hilda. Oh, whoops. Nope. I didn't want to do that. I'm just here looking for wares. Ugin stands beside a tall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arms are knotty and lean. But he holds the weapon with ease. He nods at you. Come to take a look. You won't find a finer collection of armory and weaponry in Defiance Bay. Outside of Sonlud's, of course. He flashes a crooked grin. What's so special about Sonlud? She operates in the expedition. Oh, he jerks a thumb over his shoulder. Sells the best equipment in the city. But Winnan keeps her on a short leaf. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for the chartered expeditionists, members of the dozen, anyone else he takes a liking to. We'll see what you got for sale. The lady's hand. Scepter, two-handed. Not bad. Look at that Shatter Star. What is that? That thing looks sick. Oh, I didn't want to buy it. That's some cool ass items though. Commoner. Alright, is that gonna be up here then? Mercenary. Alright, let's go see what's inside. Let us go see what is inside this bloody place.
Mercenaries. All fancy weapons and no skill.
Uh-oh. Some shit's about to go down, boys. A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He is flanked by 5 others hard-looking individuals. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Another pup come wandering in, I see. Just know that Bynes Giant Slayer will run things around here and you'll be fine. Never heard of him. His eyes narrow. You have now. Stick around Defiance Bay and you will again. Plenty of bounties to go around, but there's a reason the Giant Slayers get the lion's share. Remember that. A voice bellows from across. Enough jabber, Brian. You're gonna do that job or talk about it. His jaw tightens. Winning's right. Coin ain't going to collect itself. He looks at his comrade and jerks his chin towards the door. See you around, pup. Okay, whatever you say, bitch.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
I'm looking for work. Tell me about dozens. When his expression becomes serious, the timbre of his voice deepening. Good men and women are trying to walk in footsteps of great men and women who came before us. We're a loose association of warriors and expeditionaries in the Direwood. Not as fancy as the Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we remember our roots. The roots? Crucible Knights take pride in having won the Direwood's freedom 150 years ago, but we're the ones who've protected it. Everyone knows that the Saints' War ended when the Godhammer destroyed Waden at Evandur Bridge. A lot of folks don't know how Waden wound up on that bridge. 7 men, 5 women, they walked out of the Algot Citadel and faced down a god. Held him there until the bomb went off. He thumps the table. That's the legacy we defend. Some call us mercenaries, but we don't need matching armor and silky cloaks to remember our roles. We're the same now as we were then. We stand up for the people. First line of defense, whatever it takes. We got new enemies now. If it's not Waden, it's his damned legacy. It's the damned soul butchers in the Brackenbury making things worse for all of us. Probably causing the whole thing one way or another. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, and there's a lot more than 12 of us now. We defended Direwood once, we'll do it again. Winning casually nods at you, his eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. What else do you need?
Go see Osric.
Looking for work.
He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Oh, is that so? Okay. That sounds fascinating. Alright, who's this Bosric guy? Ooh. Well, I do declare. What is this? Daggers mark location of various Ingwithan ruins. Notes posted around the list map bets on current expeditions. Okay.
For the last
Osric.
time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
Mind your language, you scallywag. Alright, anyways. Looking for...
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenin. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
What do you need
was
done?
Formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back. No.
Why don't you go ask for it?
Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
Well, that sounds exceptionally extreme, but okay.
It's a breastplate.
What's this armor?
Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
Doesn't sound like leaving
You
the Crucible
don't
Knights was your
choose to
choice.
leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true. Still,
Okay.
turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you. Then it's Penhelm you're looking for.
I'll see what I can do.
A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind a fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out. I got word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited a forger in Andra's Gift, right after being soul-scanned by a cipher in Dunreed Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drinks on me. It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Sounds good. Generations of Musik's traditions are any indication, this Spellium probably doesn't remember it. Still, past like that has to count for something. Got business with me? Tell me about the Exhibition Hall. It's treasure hunting, plain and simple. I need to hire an adventurer. I'll show you who's available. This is it. This is it. This is all you got. Alright, find the heirloom breastplate. Alright, you told me to talk to this guy. This guy told me to talk to you.
Go see
I get some
Osric.
results.
He's usually got something.
So the breastplate is the word. Gotcha. Got it. I'm on it. I'm on it. But with that, I'm also going to end this episode right here, guys. Hopefully you liked this episode. If you have, hit that like button for me. I'd appreciate it very much. And I hope you guys like this series. It's a very interesting game. A lot of dialogue. A lot of reading is involved in this game. So if you're not into that type of thing, or you just only want action, this probably isn't your game. Probably not your game. But it is one of mine. One I'm enjoying. So what else we got here? What is this? Doesn't tell me. Marketplace. Brensnick's house. There's Limda. Dormitory. World map. Hall of Mysteries. Catacombs. Ooh, the catacombs. That sounds inviting. Alright. But anyways, I'm going to end this episode here, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. And with that, I am out. Check the playlist down below if you want to see the entire series all the way through. And if you're new to the channel, why not think about subscribing? I would appreciate it very much. And thank you for all your support. With that, thanks for watching. Take it easy.